how do you discover rugby in Canada? Because obviously, so like, what's the rugby like in Canada? Like when you're growing up in what's it, elementary school? Elementary school.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a main staple sport by any means. It's kind of a niche thing in Canada for sure. When I was introduced to the game, I was 9 years old, and my friend just invited me down to like a touch session in the middle of winter. It was just inside a gymnasium. So I didn't really know much about it. Obviously, both my parents are from Britain. My dad was born in Scotland, and my mum was born in England. If I don't tell a lot of people that, so yeah, so they obviously knew the game, but didn't really introduce it to me when I was younger. But yeah, just kind of got involved with the touch stuff, and then there's a few local clubs in the area. Again, nothing big, but in Calgary, off the top of my head, I think there's about six clubs. So you kind of play in a round robin competition, and then up in Edmonton, there's a club scene up there as well. So it's good crack. There's good, great guys in the system down here. In Canada, honestly, just kind of a big community. You know, just because the landscape is so niche in Canada, you kind of, if you're in the scene long enough, you kind of just get to know most people just through association or just meeting other people from across the country and things. So, but yeah, it's kind of a weird one for me, the way it's all started out, but obviously going all right now and super stoked about it. So.
Oh, sick, man. That's cool. So when you started, like you said, you started at 9. Did you have when your dad, so when you got invited to that by your friend, was your dad like, I know what this is, I'll tell you about it, or was your dad just like, I'll just let you go and find it for yourself, and if you like it, if you like it, you like it, and if not, we'll do something else? Or
yeah, basically that was kind of a theme with both my parents. Super supportive. They helped me out whenever they could. You know, obviously, mom drive me everywhere, and the old man coached most of the club teams I was on growing up. So they were always heavily involved and big part of that. But it was, they're never forcing her hand or anything. They're never, hey, yeah, you gotta, practice was terrible today. Blah, 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 like sit down and grill. Like you see those classic like hockey dads or football parents. I'm sure you know about it back in the UK, but
mate, my dad was my coach. I had that. That was my life.
Really? Did he just grill you for every little mistake you made? But surely you didn't make a lot of mistakes, man. You're classy player, classy operator.
Mate, I'm still living off that one game we played against Jonigan. That's still the best game I've ever played, so I'm living off that.
Yeah. Hey, happy you could have a good moment there. Yeah, it's cool experience at least.
We'll move into it in a different way. So you said the rugby scene in Canada goes in, obviously your dad's going there. How, because we know when we talk about stuff like, when we see the North American sports from over here, there's like very much like a pathway. Like you look at players like LeBron, and they're playing from high school, and they know that they're going to be an NBA star by the time they're like 12. What's it like for the rugby in Canada? Does that follow the same principle? Does that follow things like that, or is it?
Yeah. So with rugby, I think it depends on the province you're in, but actually, no. Initially, all across the board, when you're in elementary, sort of thing, so primary, you it's all club. So it's not through the schools. It's all through just private association. So you show up for your club team, and then if you're good enough, you'll usually get tapped on the shoulder and get invited to provincial stuff. So when I was growing up, there was a national tournament. So all the provinces would meet up for a week-long tournament, and it would just kind of be around. Well, yeah, there'd be two pools. You play each other, and then basically go into the finals and etc. You basically have a chance to showcase your talent, and then from there, then there's age grade Canada. So it starts out when I was growing up, it started at U17, and then goes all the way up to like U18, U19 to U20, and then now once you hit U20, there's a program called the Pacific Pride, which I'm actually in currently as well. So it's the Canada Development Academy. So my roommate and I are in that. So that's pretty much it. So basically you play club, and then there'll be trials for your province and etc. But there is rugby in university here. I played 3 seasons in the national championship with U Big Fikes. the legends.
Go Vikes. Yeah, go Vikes.
Yeah, exactly. So, off the bikes. Yeah. So, but basically, yeah. So that pathway is growing. So basically, there's two pathways. So long answer short. There's through the club system, then you get provincial things and get to the age grade, or now there is rugby played in high school as well, and then you have an opportunity to go play university. So the big universities are kind of UVic, UBC, Queens, Concordia is growing. You know, Trent Excalibur out in Peterborough, Ontario. They're huge. My roommate Emerson Pryor. They actually have a statue made of him at the gates.
Nice.
Yeah, he's crazy. No, I'm just messing around. But
I thought you were being deadly serious. I was like, how good do you have to be as a university athlete to get a statue made of you at the gate?
I know.
Why does James O'Neill not have one at the University of Vic?
It just sounds like a waste of time to me. But so there's basically two pathways. So you can go through the school system and go through the club system, the age grade sort of thing. And then what you're saying, it's kind of tough to some guys get picked up really early, like it has happened in Canada. Like your Tyler Argerons, Jeff Hasslers, they came through U20 system, and then they had an opportunity to go train in like a Welsh academy system at the time. There was 12 Canadians training in Wales full time, and then they got picked. Some of them got picked up for pro contracts over there, and then they just kind of took off from there. So the thing with rugby in Canada, it's a bit of a Cowboys game, more or less. You kind of chase the ball wherever you can go. I've had luckily enough, I had the opportunity to go down to New Zealand, play there for 6 months, and obviously got to come to beautiful Peebles and play your beautiful face as well. And so there are opportunities for it in Canada, but it's more or less what you make of it. So you basically get out what you put in.